My name is ABIDEMI AGWOR. My background is a combination of geology, which is earth sciences, and engineering, civil. So I combine that with my passion for tunneling and underground space use. So essentially what I do is I help cities to explore opportunities for tunneling and underground space use. So it's very fascinating to actually think about this. So the infrastructure space is something I've been in for a long time, but there's always been a gap for me, and it's basically like the judges, the juries today did mention that everything about early stage financing is the financing. Everything is geared and converges towards trying to convince the investor to give you the money for you to be able to facilitate the early stages of putting together that project, which is a big challenge for entrepreneurs like myself. My going through the development of the pitch using the bankability framework that we have from Brickstone, for me, allowed me to see it in a more structured way instead of going about it in a kind of like scattergun approach. So there is a structure that you work through meticulously to put the information that is required for your project to be accepted as bankable in the eyes of those that you're looking to ask for fund. And that's essentially what I've been able to see. So it's not just the lofty ideas that you have, but there's a method to the madness, which essentially is what we've been able to decipher, from this, the construction requirements, the operational requirements, the governance, as well as the sustainability considerations that you need to make. But then most importantly, making sure that there's predictability in terms of the cash flow, and bringing together all the nuances to make sure that, what you're presenting is realistic and achievable. I am encouraged because I can see that there are a lot of people that are thinking about trying to do something about the massive infrastructural gap that we have in Africa. It's almost like a broken record, now that, there's a massive infrastructural gap in Africa, but there has to be some tangible steps towards making that happen. And for me, INFRACONNECT has kind of like broadened my horizon. From a networking point of view, I've been able to meet with key high-profile people in the advisory space, people that have the on-ground experience in terms of the context of Africa on how to close some of these ideas and projects. And so my expectation is that I'll be going back to my contact books afterwards, after today, to have some very tangible discussion with a few people on how to bridge some of the gaps I've seen in my previous propositions as well. So